I'ma just say the politics of it, man. Like, I was fired because I did something, the exact same thing that somebody else did, but I got fired. They said, as a PRN worker, you gotta give us at least 1 day a week. So that's 4 days of schedule. Yeah, it's like, you gotta give them at least 4 days. I gave them 3. They said you gotta give us 4. But I'm like, bro, it's another employee here that only give y'all 2 days. Cause only reason I noticed because the whole schedule is laid out. So I'm like, okay, I guess someone else doing 2. You don't gotta do 4. So I gave them 3. Oh, now it's a problem. So I found out the hard way that, like, the politics of it, dog. Some people can do this, and I'm not gonna say it's racism. I ain't gonna say it's sexism. I'm gonna just call it politics. I'm gonna call it politics, cause it's like, it wasn't fair, but hey, that's the politics of it. And them people wind up like firing me. they wind up firing me, but I had already started traveling, so they really didn't hurt me, but they kind of just helped me, to be honest with you. That's one example of the politics with us, man. Like, it's just like certain things other people can get away with that you can't. It's like, it's a hierarchy. They got like a ranking system. If a doctor like writes you up and say you did something, they take the doctor side off rip because they consider it to be like in a higher position. When that may not even be the case, it could be like all lies, but like, that's the politics of it. Like, that's what come with it. That's just like, make sure I'm doing this right, bro. That's the hardest thing to deal with as a respiratory therapist, bro. The politics. The work itself is cool. It's just like the inner workings of the system. Like, it's like, man, if it was just by me coming here, clocking in and doing my job as a respiratory therapist, my work, respiratory therapy related issues, that is, I ain't gonna say it's easy. That's like my job. I have no problem doing that. But when you get these politics in it, people in their feelings, their emotions, people get to hating and all of this nonsense, that's the hardest part about it, bro. So, hey, man, I appreciate that question, man. Thanks for all the support. Next question we got here. How you negotiated your travel contracts? I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't never negotiated no travel contract. Never. Whenever I found a travel job, I searched a travel job. I saw what they was offering. If I liked it, I applied for it. If I didn't like it, I went somewhere else. I never applied for something that didn't really seem too right. Okay, I'm gonna talk to them, ask them, can they do this, can they do that? No. I read the requirements, I read the description of the job, how much they're gonna be paying, what's gonna be your transportation, your stipend, where you're gonna be located at, how many days a week you gonna work, there's overtime included. I read all of that. If it was what I thought it was, and I liked what they were saying, I applied for the job and I signed up. Never did I negotiate any travel contract at all. I never was on the phone saying, well, give me 2 more, give me 3 more. Because at the time, everybody was trying to jump on that travel wave. So if I got you on the phone, you trying to give me the job, I'm not gonna make a plan what you do. It said, hey, I'm in front of you, I'm gonna go get this money. Like, and really, I never really negotiated like none of my pay rates, bro. Like, I need a job, this is what y'all offering me, I'm gonna take it or I'm not. I'm not gonna sit up and say, well, give me, you know what, that may not be the highest paying, but let me get off in here and let me do what I can do. Bingo. Like, I may not, bro, I've never been the highest paid respiratory therapist in any department that I ever worked. Highest paid hourly. Never had the highest paid hourly pay rate, but I always had the highest paid like yearly salary on them W-2s. If not the top 3, top 2. Cause there's other people in there who getting 30 just like I'm getting 30. So I never felt the need to negotiate. Cause when it comes down to it, man, you talking about between 50 cents and $1, like, bro. And then let's say 50 cents and $2. Bro, you talking about, okay, let's say you get $3 more than I get out. Alright, dog. If we work the same amount of hours a year, you made $475 more dollars than I did. Was it really like, you made $475 more. Mine said 80,000, yours said 80,475. Was it, what? Hey man, thanks for the question. I appreciate all the support. Big Money Bound TV. Conflict in the classroom, and what are some good study habits? Conflict in the classroom. I guess you're asking like what kind of conflict I had when I was back in the classroom. So y'all taking me back. Y'all know I'm getting old, man. Like, I graduated in 2015. That's going up on 10 years, dog. So conflict that was in the classroom, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You'll be in class with somebody. You think you know them, like you think you know them. Then you get at the clinical site with them, and you realize these people crazy as hell. I don't really know this. I don't know this damn person. Here's an example. I'm in class with this lady. I would say young lady, but she was older than me. I'm in up with this woman. We in class together. We cool. Like, shorty cool. Like, we cool. Now we're in the same clinical site. It's me and her. A situation take place where they're saying, like, they don't want, like, 2 students. The staff was going to let me and her transport a patient to MRI. The nurse said, hey, I don't think that's a good idea to have, like, just 2 students come with me. With a vented patient that's on, like, transport them. I don't think that's a good idea. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. I go get the therapist that's employed here. After that, my homegirl was like, well, not even homegirl, she a nutball. Shorty was like, oh, don't ever do that. Don't ever let the nurses think that we don't know what we're doing. We can't go and do this. I'm like, dog, bro, we students, bro. You don't know this damn transport vent like that to be in there dealing with this by ourselves. I'm not finna, if I don't feel comfortable doing something, bro, I'm not finna do it. We get down there to test, CAT scan. The damn machine go to acting up. The therapist who was with us don't even know how to fix it. They had to call like the supervisor. Now imagine if it's just me and her. And we not even licensed respiratory therapists. But just seeing that she was like upset about that, don't let nobody do us like that. I'm like, I'm just listening. I ain't even like snap with her. I just said, you know what? May the Lord bless you. You feel me? I just said, okay. Yeah, I'm listening like, all right, bro. All right, yeah. What happened again? Because from a distance, if 2 people arguing, one person the fool, one person not. From a distance, I don't know who the fool is. I don't know who crazy. I don't know who's being silly. I don't know who it is. I just see 2 silly people arguing. So, hey, you got that, dog. You can have it. From that day there, yeah, I stayed my distance, dog. And there was a few people like that. In class, we cool. That internship, when you working 12 hours with somebody, you realize, like, bro, these are some sick folks, dog. Like, these are some sick people. Like, man, something ain't right. What other kind of conflict? I don't know. Sometimes I sat in the back of the class. Not by my choice. They just had, when you came to the class, they had everybody's name on like a desk. My name was in the back of the damn class next to the door. So this is my back. The door is right here that you can open and go in and out. Right at my back. You know how uncomfortable I felt? I normally gotta have my back against the wall, like, oh, bro, I don't want nothing behind me that can just open up. But that's where they had put me at. I wanted to be a therapist, so that's what it was. So I'm at the back of the class. Second year, the teacher up there talking, they saying this, I'm like, hey, bro. Like, dog, you point at the board, like, bro. She don't like, not a board, like a PowerPoint. I'm like, bro, I can't see it. Like, she's like, move up. And all the students say, yeah, move up. Bitch. Move up where? All the seats are filled. What the hell am I gonna move up to, bro? Like, you can say move up because you're in the front. You can see. Yeah, move up. You got a clear view. I'm back here trying to duck in. Man, I made it though, man. I made it. Study habits. Just find what works best for you, man. Find what works best for you. I studied whenever I had free time. I would go to my clinical site. I would leave my clinical site and go straight to the library. Some people will recommend not studying like when you've been working all day and you're tired, like you got like a mental fog. But that's what worked best for me. Whenever I had free time, I read my book, I highlight everything that was important that I was gonna like put in my study guide. I left clinical site, everything that I highlighted, I started typing it up. So I'm not really reading, I'm not really trying to like really regain the knowledge. I'm just typing down what I said was important while I was reading and I was really studying and understanding. You feel me? So you gotta just find out what works best for you. Cause some people may say that's not a good idea, but hey, that's what got me here. That's what got me paid, so man. That's what's getting me paid, see that? You feel me? I appreciate the question on advice for students just now getting into the RT program. Keep your head up, stay strong, man. It's possible if you never give up. Keep your head up, stay strong. It's possible if you never get up. It's gonna be some bumps, it's gonna be some long days, some long nights. You're gonna wanna quit, you're gonna wanna give up. But keep going. It's possible, like, we all human. Anything is possible if you never give up. Keep your head up, keep going. That's my advice, bro. I know there are a few videos on related topics on your channel. Anything different post-COVID? I know there are a few videos on related topics on your channel. Anything different post-COVID? Yeah, ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared no more, bro. I'm one of the few people still walking around the hospital wearing a mask, N95 mask. Like, bro, like, I think in 2024, I'm gonna take the mask off. Like, enough is enough now, bro. We 2 years removed. Like, enough is enough, man. So I'm gonna take it off in 2024. But that's what's different post-COVID. Like, ain't nobody scared. The money went down. Like, the travel money went down. And now, like, the per diem money went down. Like, it used to be that per diem got paid more than full-time since full-time got benefits. Now, they need so much more staff. They're making it incentive to become full-time and become a staff worker. So they give you a little bit more if you, like, say you're going to lock in. And they're also giving out bonuses everywhere. Like, they're giving out bonuses left and right. So that can be the differences post-COVID. Ain't nobody scared, and there's more money hourly pay for full-time, and they're giving out a lot of bonuses for anybody who's signing full-time. So that's the differences for real. Like, people coming out of school, new grads, 20 grand sign-on bonus. You tell me as a new grad, you gonna give me 20 grand with no experience just to sign on? Where you want my name at? I don't care what the hospital, how busy, I don't care. Where do you want, bro? Shit, I had a hard time getting 2 grand. Now you finna give me 20? So yeah, it's a lot more money out there for the full-time workers. Appreciate the question, man. Alright, make a detailed video on your house buying process, please. I ain't gonna lie to you. I bought my crib, and me and Jody bought the house in 2019. 4 years, anniversary coming up. 4 years we've been here. It was a little minute ago, so it's hard to make a detail, but I don't know. I don't know if I can do that, man. But what I can say I'll do is the next home I purchase, which will be in like the 2020s, so like maybe 2029, it's gonna be in there. So I will promise to like make a detailed video about that process. But a long story short about how we bought this house buying process, it was really just, man, stacking the money to the ceiling, understanding like what they look at, like looking up and studying like what they look at when you're trying to get approved for a home loan. Like, what all you need. You gotta have, like, you gotta be at your job for at least 1 year. You gotta have, they're gonna be looking at your last 2 W-2 forms. So I knew them last 2 had to be like big money so I get the highest rate. They're gonna look at your credit rate, how to improve your credit, what percent down you gonna need. At what, I'm Googling like, at what age do people become like homeowners? What percentage of black people in America are homeowners? I'm looking up everything, I'm studying everything, bro. Like, how does your home go up in value? I'm looking up all that stuff. So I got the information, man. Got my down payment money, man. Jody ran it up. We got our credit as good as possible that we could get, bro. And our credit wasn't the best. Our credit wasn't even in the 700s. But we got the house. They gave us like what was considered a high interest rate back then, but now it's the lowest thing going right now. So that was a good thing that we finally just went through and did what we had to do, because I knew that's how I am. But no matter what the interest rate is, I'm gonna pay the house down so fast, like whatever I owe somebody so fast that they're not really even gonna make as much money as they were projected to make. Because that's why I'm trying to get debt free now, pay off my crib right now, and should be done with that like 2027. So next house I buy, I promise you, dog, just keep watching. I'm gonna do a full detailed video. I'm gonna like from the ins and outs, how long it took to find a house, what made me want to buy a house, like the whole process of getting approved, how they gotta keep checking your damn bank statements every other 2 weeks. Like, bro, I'm not spending no money. The money is there. Like, how they look at like your hourly, they look at your hours. They don't count your full-time hours. I mean, they look at your hours worked. They don't count OT as like your part of your work. They ain't count OT because OT not guaranteed. So they kind of, so it's a whole lot, man, I had to study up on. But I appreciate the question. Thank you for the continued support, man. And I promise you, keep watching. The next house I buy, bingo, we're gonna have 2 cribs. I'm trying to get free, so just keep watching. Here's one. What's the most challenging thing about being a father? Hey, man, that's a great question. The most challenging thing about being a father is that I'm doing the best I can do, but I don't know if that's like considered the correct way. Like, I don't know. Like, I lost my dad when I was young. Like, feel me? I'm learning this stuff. I'm learning how to be a father, like, as I go. Like, I didn't have my father to show me how to be a father. You feel me? So I'm doing what I think is right. Like, my youngin is like, he got all, bro, everything he need, he got plus more. This kid has damn near 30 pair of shoes. He not even 2. Like, do he need that? I don't think he need 30, but I'm doing the best I can do. What I think is right. Now, could I be like swollen? That may be bad. Like, I'm learning as I go, man. Like, so that's the hardest thing about being a father for me. Like, not really. you know, just doing your best, but not knowing the damn, is this the right thing to do? Like, you feel me? If my jit crying and I want ice cream. No, I want ice cream. Daddy, please, daddy, I love you. Okay, here go your ice cream. Should I have gave him the ice cream? But that's when baby boy, he crying me hollering like, I don't know if I just don't raise him a low one, bro. So that's the toughest part, like, bro, just having to do this stuff on just trial and error, just doing the best I could do, doing the best I know, like, nobody, like, though, I learned this stuff trial and error, man. I ain't trying to make it on no sob story, I'm just being for real, like, ain't nobody show me how to do this here. I'm just doing what I think is right. I'm doing what I would have wanted done for me. You feel me? From the day one, I started chasing money, chasing Fetty, because I wanted a pair of J's. So I'm gonna make sure my jit stay J'd up, stay fresh. I nearly turned to like drug dealing, illegal activities to get a pair of damn shoes. So yeah, dog, that's the toughest part, man. Thank y'all for the questions. I ain't trying to get emotional. I ain't trying to get in my feelings. I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real with you, brother. Like, y'all asking the questions, I'm giving you the answers. Thank you for the question, man. This might be something you have already answered, but what are some things you do to help your work and life balance? What I do now is, like, I know when like enough is enough. Like, you feel me? I try not to work more than 5 days in a row. And it's very rare that I do 5 days. So I try not to do pickup days. So I know I'm gonna be doing like 2 days here, off 1 day, and then 3 days here. So I don't pick up that off day because that'll give me 6 days in a row. So I try to avoid that. And that give me like more time with like my family when I'm off. And like whenever I'm off, I try my best to like, Jody Joe may kind of disagree with me, but I try my best to like take over the duties that Jody Joe will do when she home by herself, taking care of our son, you feel me? So I try to like make sure everything Jody do, if I wasn't here, I do. From like feeding my son, reading him his book, getting him a bath, putting him to sleep, picking his clothes out the next morning, dropping him off at school, all that stuff. Everything that she would do if I wasn't here, I try my best to do. But she'll say that like, I don't wash dishes and I don't cook, but I love Jody and I appreciate it, man. And I try to, what else I can say, like, I try to just like, you know, include my family, man. Just like include them in like what I'm doing, like all these hours I'm working, all the stuff I'm doing, like it's for us. Like the way we can all like help each other and benefit like the best in life is if like first thing first, like we focus on gaining wealth. So if we all like out of debt and debt free, we good. For us to get out of debt and be debt free, I gotta lead the pack. So if I got any student loan debt, everything gone, any car debt, that's gone. All we have now is house debt. So the way I can help us all is my checks that's coming through is really like now being my checks, not going to debt. It's really in my hand and we can really like, now we got wealth, we can keep like investing in like my son gotta go as hard as I did. So that's the work life, helping my life, balancing that out. I'm trying, like it ain't easy, but dog, like yeah, man, that's how I do, man. Just keep my family involved with that. And then everything that Jody do when I'm here, when I'm not here, I take it over. And then it's still finding that quality time to bond with my son and bond with Jody Joe, guys. Man, when everybody just like going by motion and passing, everybody working and doing this and doing that, you'll kind of take like your family for granted, like your situation for granted. Like you gotta like realize that, bro. 100 years from now, everybody that's in here ain't gonna be in here. So while we in here, let's be in here now. A great question. I appreciate that, dog. Appreciate the support. What's the next question they got for me? Let me see. Y'all know this part 2, I gotta pick up where I left off. Alright. Current salary since you quit traveling, please. My current salary? I'm blessed. Richer than I ever been. I'm richer than I ever been. No? Like I'm still 6 figures. Traveling or not, I'm still 6 figures, man. Like, man, I'm blessed. Thank you. God is good. I'm appreciative. Like, I had it hard. It wasn't easy. Hey, man. It's all good. Like, man, I'm just so thankful. Like, I ain't understand. Like, it take me there because, like, I remember, like, when I used to work so much, but, like, I'd be just getting, like, and I ain't going to say just, I'd be getting, like, $3,200, $35,000, $32,000 a year. And I had been going and going. That was considered, they was like, yeah, you considered middle class. I'm like, how the hell? Oh, that's all I got. And now, to get into them 6 figures, bro, it's a blessing. So my salary since I quit traveling, bro, it's still great. It's good. Like, I can't complain. Now, of course, it's not as much as traveling, but it's still 6 figures. Like, bro, I ain't missing much, man. I ain't missing much. Thank you for that question. Like, I'm blessed, man. Like, if I never make 6 figures again, that I made it like all these years in a row, I'm beyond thankful. Would you ever do PA, physician assistants? Would I ever do it? Like, me personally, I wouldn't do it, but there's nothing wrong with doing it. Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, my outlook on life, my outlook on the field, like I say, the politics and all this stuff, like, bro, I love respiratory therapy. Don't take this wrong when I say this. I'm looking for an exit strategy, you feel me? I'm trying to get free. So I'm not gonna go deeper in there. Like, I'm not gonna do it. It's nothing wrong with going in there and getting that money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't forget, you gotta take most likely student loans, pay for that stuff. Like, it ain't cheap now, so that's just more debt. I'm trying to get free. I'm looking to get up out of this. So would I ever do it where I'm at right now in life? Nah, I wouldn't see me doing it, but it ain't nothing wrong with doing it. Thank you for the question. Have you faced bullying or any sort in respiratory? Have you seen it amongst nurses? Have you faced bullying of any sort in respiratory therapy? I say, yeah, that's bullying is there. But it's like, you can't really bully me because I'm so thankful. I see you on some crazy stuff. Alright, cool. Thank you for the heads up. Let me just move around you. I had a situation like that. Like my first year, like my first 6 months, I'm fresh in there. Like a respiratory therapist with seniority was like trying to give me a hard time, like saying this and saying it. Just saying like little slick stuff, but like, bro, I just came from watching like Food Network because my stomach was hurting so bad that I was hungry. I'm trying to watch some food. Just hope this shit heal me. Stealing food out of Walmart, Zebra cakes, little Debbie snacks just to make it to the next paycheck. So now that I'm in here and I'm getting to this money, you think I'm finna really let what you saying affect me? Nobody ain't laying no hands on me. No, we ain't doing that. Like, you just saying this slick stuff and you're a woman? I'm not finna. I hear this lady talking about the country. Hey man, do you hear the stuff that she's kind of saying? I see what she's doing. Like, yeah, bro, I hear it, bro, but I'm so blessed to be here. I ain't paying no attention. No. And eventually, Shorty came to the senses. She stopped. Ain't none of that, because I know what you was on. And I'm like a new therapist. Like, I never treat nobody like this here, but hey, I know what you're on, and may the Lord be with you, because I'm still here, bro. I'm blessed and I'm thankful. So yeah, I experienced that bullying and all is in there. Like, and then you come in there, you eager, you hungry to get this money, you try to get overtime, and somebody been here for the last 10 years getting overtime 3 days a week, and now they only getting it 1 day a week, 2 days a week because you in the way. You don't think it's gonna be some bullying? Shit, all right, they gonna say this, say that, but it's all like, this is verbal abuse. It's nothing physical. Like, you doing this here. My bank account going, and mine, it used to be going down, negative. Now it's going up. Nothing no one can say to get me upset. Bro, I'm blessed. You know where I was just at. And I keep that same mentality to right now. That's why I get upset, but I never let it push me over the edge because I know where I came from and I know where this career path has taken me. It can't be done, bro. And now I got so much more responsibilities on my shoulders. That was when it was just me. Now I got people that's depending on me. You think I'm finna mess this up for anyone? It's not happening, bro. I've been through it. I experienced the bullying, but it ain't never really been done to me. Now, amongst nurses, it's the same thing, man. The older nurses getting into it with the younger nurses. It's just a clash. It should date back to so many days, way back. The old versus the young, the strong versus the weak. I promise. That's why. After all this stuff I seen, I'd never be a miserable therapist. I'd never be hating on somebody for getting OT. To this day, somebody picking up OT and I'm picking up OT, so they gotta cancel somebody. If I get canceled, it's cool. Get your money. I'm getting mine. Bro, everybody's trying to get paid to feed their families. Nobody trying to get paid to take this money and harm you. I'm gonna take this money in my house, I'm gonna hurt them for this money. No, we trying to just feed our families, live our best life. You trying to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I'd never do that, bro. Thanks for that question. There's some people that's just out here just hating, bro, for people that you get money. Bro, so many people was hating on me because I'm getting overtime. Their director's yeah, man, they're getting mad at you because you getting all overtime. And I asked them, do you guys don't want to work overtime? They said, no, I can't. So what's the problem? And it's the director saying this to them, and he telling me. I'm damn. Hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna get into it. Appreciate that question, dog. What else we got? Look at that. See that? I'm getting to it. I go from that question, and then I log on this right here. Look at that. Come on, man. Like, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm getting paid. Nice. Appreciate the question. Now, what else we got in here, man? We got a few more questions. When did you become comfortable with working as a RRT without any help? When you say without any help, you mean like no backup, but just like on my own? I'm gonna think you mean like on my own. I'm gonna say, really, when I came out of school, I was ready to go because like we had spent those prior 2 years, like, bro, doing everything, like. And then when you come out into the field, they only gonna give you like respiratory, like they only gonna give you like floor therapy. So I was ready to do floor therapy, like no problem, man. But as long as I knew, I felt comfortable because I know that no matter what, if I didn't know something, if I felt uncomfortable with something, I could always call for help. I'm not afraid to call for help right now. I'm not finna hurt nobody to do something where, well, it's a 50-50 chance. This may be right and this may be wrong. Let me know, hey, what should I do in this situation? I'm not finna. So I was like very comfortable with like working without any help. But I'm not comfortable with working by myself in the hospital as like just a lone therapist in the hospital. There's some places out here that is only one therapist on shift. I'm not comfortable doing that right now as a seasoned therapist. I'm not doing it, bro. I always want to have somebody who I can like always just run something by, ask for help. Always. I'm not finna just be the only person in the hospital just, nah, I ain't comfortable. I ain't gonna never be comfortable doing that. I would never take a job like that. It's a job in my area that they pay top dollar. But that's the situation. I can't do it. I won't do it. So I was ready to go like after that program, man. When I got into the field, I was ready to go. As long as I know I got backup though. You feel me? And that's with floor therapy. Now for the units in the ER, after that year, like, and I salute my job. They did a good job with you do floor therapy. You there for like 3 months. That 4th month, you get 1 vent in the unit. You get that 1 vent, okay, that's your vent. Next week, now you got 2 vents. All right, next month you got 3 of them. Next month, I got 7, 8, 9. You like, God, but that's how I go. After that year, we put you in the ER. You good? Okay. Put you back in the ER. So they like, they working with you slowly. They ain't just, you come your first day on the job, you got the unit and you cover the ER. It ain't gonna just be that. It's kind of like let you build your skills, let you get comfortable with like the facility, where all the equipment at, like how you handle this ABG, that ABG, how you communicate with the doctors, how you communicate with the nurses. They let you like build your skills, like your foundation, and then they put you out there. So I shot them out for that. And how long does it take to become a level 2 RT or a level 3? It depends on like what's the requirements for it. Like where I'm at, if you want to be a level 3 RT, you got to get like 32 CEUs, and you got to have either acute critical care certification as an RT or a bachelor's as a respiratory therapist, and now you level 3. So 34 CEUs, a bachelor's degree in anything, or the acute critical care certification as a respiratory therapist, then you consider level 3. Now to be a level 2 therapist, all you gotta do is you gotta get like 26 CEUs, and you gotta be in the field like 2+ years or a year. Yeah, you gotta have 3 years of experience or something like that. So it depends on at least 2 years, and if you got your bachelor's and all of that, now you're a level 3. So that's really it, man. So the most time it'll take is 2 years. If you could go back in time and redo anything on your RT journey, what would it be? I wouldn't redo anything, man. Because everything that took place got me here. Got me right here where I want to be at. Blessed and thankful and really living the life that I earned. So I wouldn't really like redo anything. If I was to say I'll redo something, like I won't even say I'll redo like failing my final exam and having to retake that test. I won't say I'll redo it, even though I could have passed the first time. But the teacher told me, don't worry about passing. Ain't nobody gonna fail. Study for your board exams. I wouldn't redo that either, because knowing that situation I was put in, knowing that lady could have said, no, you're not retaking your test, and now you're not going to become a therapist. But now I am a therapist. I'm not taking my position as a therapist for granted. I'm not taking the opportunity to go out here and make this decent living for my family for granted. So had I redone that, I wouldn't have that same outlook on my current like employment position. So I'm not redoing that. One thing I'd probably say, man, but then I can't even say that. Like, I probably would have started like filming some of this stuff earlier. Like really let y'all see that like me in the struggle and the grind. But then like, bro, when you in that schoolhouse and you working and you doing this, right? Ain't no time for no YouTube and record. I don't know how people do it. If you in the program and you like you're a YouTube vlogger and influencer, you talking about respiratory therapy, and you in school and you working, hey, more power to you. I don't know how you do it. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I wouldn't do it. Can't be done. So let's say had I done that, once I got into the field and I started working and getting all that fatty up, I just came from struggling. You think I got time to get all this money, work 12 days in a row and still make videos? I would have been on burnt out, and I probably would have never been on here dropping the gems that I'm dropping, not doing what I'm doing now. Like, so I can't really redo anything, bro. Like, everything I went through got me here. Like, I barely made it through the first year. You needed a 75 to pass the first semester. I had a 75.23 or something like that, bro. I would have got all A's. I'd have had a 100%. It's different when you on that line and you make it over. You more appreciative for your opportunity and your position and just the chance to get out here and get it. So I wouldn't change. I wouldn't redo nothing, no. Not at all. Thank you for the question. Have you worked in facilities with RTs 1, RTs 2, RT3 position titles? What are some of the differences? That's everything I just told you. Basically, it's more like your skill level, your years of experience, and your degree level. That's really it. And your money level. Because if you're a level 3, they're gonna pay you a little more. Like I'm trying to get to 3 now. I got my I was gonna take the AA acute critical care certification for a respiratory therapist. I got the Kettering book. I got everything. I got all the information. I just got to study for it. But it's just like it's hard to study for all that stuff when you're working so much, bro. It's hard, man. And then you got your family. Like it's hard to do that. You can't come from work and all these hours and just go to studying. You saying forget your family. Like it's so hard. So then I have to just go back for my bachelor's. But while I'm in school, I'm missing the money and I'm trying to get out of debt. Like so. Yeah, bro. I should go for the level 3 for the little extra couple dollars. But hey, man, I don't know. I ain't gonna say I'm not. I'm just gonna say I don't know. Haven't seen Louis in a while. Is he even bigger than before? Hey man, Louis ain't make it. Sad, so I couldn't even tell y'all, man. Louis ain't make it, dog. Louis didn't make it. He ain't dead though, but he had to go to a different home. We weren't able to take care of him anymore because like something happened like his back leg. I guess all running down the stairs. And that's very common in Frenchies, their back legs get messed up. So he like, his back legs became like paralyzed. Like it was the point he was dragging his back legs. Jody called him on work like, yeah, the dog messed up. So I take him to the vet. They saying, you know, man, he gonna need surgery. Now this is while I got my son. He gonna need surgery, and the surgery is like a 40% chance that it may work. Or he gonna have to be in like a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Like his back legs in like a wheelchair running around. And like he couldn't control his bowel movements. I love Louis. I love him. I couldn't do it. It was just too much with like a newborn kid in the house, like crawling on this and then it would have been too much. So like we gave him to like a shelter, not even a shelter, like where I took him to like the animal clinic to see if like they could help him. That's like if you're willing to give him to like me for adoption, like I love taking care of him because I don't mind helping him. I'm a good distance. I told Louis, hey, farewell. It's been real. Stay strong. You know I love you. Hey, you going to a good home. She gonna take care of you. You feel me? So I had to sign them over. It was just, I couldn't take, and it's, for me, to be honest, dogs are meant to be running around free. I don't know about seeing a dog in like I've never seen a dog in a wheelchair in real life. If I seen that, I don't know what I'd do, man. That dog, Louis ain't make it. All right, what happened to your parents? Hey, whoa, my boy. We getting kind of personal. But all right, my parents passed away when I was young. That's all I'm gonna say on that, man. They passed away when I was young. They passed away when I was young. It's a sensitive topic. That's my like. Just imagine like your parents, like your mom, your dad, not being like. It's a sensitive topic. So even now as an adult, like it's still like that's my heart. Like, bro, I can't even. Bro, I don't gonna. That's my heart. All I can say is, like, it's things that they told me back when I was young that I still live with and carry with me today that helped me get to this point. So they gave me like huge keys and pieces of advice that helped guide me to this point, and I still feel like they with me. So that's why I can still like keep my head up. And if I don't tell you what's going on with me, you won't really know what's wrong, because like they instilled that in me. So even though they weren't with me from 13 on, when like you need the people the most, your teenage years, your puberty, you getting involved with women, you finding the girl you love, you thinking about kids, like you gotta have them with you. They weren't there. But I managed to make it through off of like what they told me when I was young, and I just kept it in here. This thing is like, my memory is like an elephant. Like things I remember when I was 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I remember, bro, it's in here, man. That's why I tell Jody, like, our son, Randy, he gonna remember this stuff. So let's just watch what we doing. Let's watch how we saying it. Let's let him know that he being loved and we love him, because like he know what's going on. So that's all I'm gonna say on that, man. Thanks for asking the question, but that's it. Come on now. I think you mentioned in the video before that you used to rap. Did you ever release any tracks online, and what did you go by? See, back then, it wasn't all that online, SoundCloud, all that. We talking about releasing music on MySpace. I didn't know how to upload a video to like YouTube, but I did upload a video to YouTube, but then I just took it down because I feel like it wasn't getting the views I was supposed to get and all this stuff here. But my rap name was Rando. Back in high school, no matter what somebody's name was, I always put an O in the name. So let's say your name is Tony. I call you Tonyo. Let's say your name is Charlie-O. Somebody's name was like, what her name was, man? Somebody's name was like Zenevia. I call it Zito. Like, I just put O on everything. So mine was Rando. My name is Randy, so now it's Rando. So I just did that. Everybody just had an O on the end, so I just called myself Rando. And I had some stuff online, but it was like on MySpace and stuff. And I still got the music on. I still have it. Let me see, how did one of my rhymes go? What I said? It was very like explicit though. It was like a lot of curse words. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, it was a lot of curse words. Let me see, what can I say? That was good. Hold on, what did I say, man? Let me see. What did I say? She riding with me, but she like riding with a winner, but she only riding for the winner. Come spring, she gotta bounce. So my dog Zach got a rifle that'll send somebody flipping like they in the gymnasium. My dog took one to the head and walking around like that shit ain't faze him. Cause my homie had a gun that was like, it'll send somebody flipping like they in the gymnasium. Then another one of my homeboys got shot in the head, but he survived. Like walking around like that ain't even faze him. So it's a lot of stuff, but it was very explicit, man. But it was riding though, but it was explicit. Maybe one day I'll put it up on Spotify. I don't know. Good question though. So y'all be listening. Why RTs hate other RTs? Come on, bro. Jealousy, bro. When it comes down to it, it's all about that fetty. They'll feel like, oh, you're not as smart as they are, but yet you still in the same. You got the same title as they got, or you getting all this overtime and they not able to work it for whatever reason. I can't work it. I can't do as much overtime as I used to do because I got my family and my son. We're in the same house. Like, I'm not gonna get mad at somebody who a 20-year-old, 22-year-old kid just in the field trying to get it. Why would I get jealous? It's jealousy, dog. Like, bro, is that the last question? That is jealousy, man. Why RTs hate RTs? Damn, that's a good time. I may make a video out of that. Cause I said RTs hate. I said RTs versus RNs. I never said RTs versus RTs, or did I? I don't make so many damn videos. I don't know what I did. RTs versus RTs? Drop down in the comments. Should I make a video about that? Why do RTs hate RTs? Jealousy, dog. People talking about, oh, yeah, at my other job, cause I was a student. I was a student intern at a hospital. I worked at another hospital. Therapist was saying, at the hospital I worked at, the person that was at the hospital I was interning at was saying, oh yeah, people at my job, mother job, which is where I work at, yeah, everybody got like Mercedes Benz and BMWs. They just spend all their money on these cars, this and that. Bro, why the hell is you mad at people for what they getting, bro? I can't wait to get in and get my Benz. I'm gonna get mine. I see, bro, shout out to the therapist that motivated me. I see everybody pulling out with and these weren't like no C classes, no, these was like, but they pulling out in like the GLEs, the S classes, they pulling out the E's, they pulling out in some cars, bro. Like, they not joking. I'm like, so I can get in there and be able to watch this, my boy. So yeah, that's why they hate them. It's jealousy, dog. Thanks for the question. What we represent, man? Money. feel? Let them know, man.
Big Mommy Bell!
The kids, man. We got the kids, man. Let them know.